Right, let's get out of the way. Every YouTube video about 125 motorcycles is the same. Copy and paste lists with zero personality. You've seen it before. Number 1, the Yamaha YZF R125. Wow, it's so sporty. Number 2, the Honda CBR 125. Oh, so reliable. Number 3, Lexmoto. It's cheap. Wow. Groundbreaking, revolutionary stuff, just riveting content. We're not doing that. We're tired of it. You're tired of it. Even your nan's tired of it. And she doesn't even ride bikes. Or does she? We've got bikes that are way too small, bikes that are way too extra, a scooter with a literal roof, and one bike that will probably take you all the way to the MotoGP.
They're going to make a move again.
By the end of this video, you will either want to buy one, or at least be grateful that you didn't. And before we dive in, quick reminder, we're RideTo, and we're here to help you pass your CBT and get you on the road. It's our mission to get you out there enjoying two wheels. So if this video makes you think, yeah, that looks like a lot of fun, then head over to RideTo.com. Ready to get started? Cool. Let's dive in. First up, the undisputed king of silliness with a cult following, it's the Honda Grom. This thing is basically a toy that someone accidentally made road legal. Like Honda engineers clearly lost a bet and built this thing as a joke. But then people actually bought it, and now it's a global icon. It's tiny, like properly tiny. Park it next to a GS adventure bike and it looks like you've just bought your child's Happy Meal toy to a bike night. But here's the thing, once you actually ride one, you stop caring about horsepower, top speed, or looking like a child. We recently rode one from Brighton all the way to Scotland and had an absolute blast. And the community, massive. There are entire stunt squads built on Groms, custom builds with turbo kits, stretch swing arms, insane paint jobs. It's like the Lego of motorcycles, people just can't stop modding them. There's even a Panigale swapped Grom. I mean, hello. And here's the deal. No matter how serious you are, no matter how grumpy or hardcore you think you are, once you get on a Grom, you turn into a child. Can we say that? You will smile, you will giggle, and you will start contemplating a Grom-only road trip across the country, even if the fuel tank is basically the size of a lunchbox. Not that that matters, because this thing does 160 miles to the gallon, or as we found out the hard way, 197 miles on one tank.
I'm done! I'm as full as.
It's not a bike you buy with your head, it's a bike you buy with your heart. And then immediately question when you realise you've just spent £4,000 on a 125 that makes you look like you've borrowed your little brother's wheels. But you won't care, because it's fun. Oh my god, did Valentino Rossi just pass his CBT? No he didn't folks, it's just Noah from college who just blew his crypto fund on the Aprilla RS125. Or as I like to call it, the bike that makes you a MotoGP star, that is, right up until Ford Fiesta overtakes you up a hill. This is the Italian learner bike. Sleek fairings, sharp lines, a proper race bike stance. Honestly guys, this thing could be doing 12 miles an hour and still somehow look like it's about to set a lap record. Now, is the RS125 practical? No, absolutely not. It's uncomfortable. It really is like they took the RSV4 and bolted a 125 engine to it. Insurance is sky high, thanks Noah, and if you're taller than about 5'9", you're gonna look like a gorilla on a tricycle. But that's the point. This isn't a practical choice. This is the 125 you buy if you want to feel special every time you ride it. It's not the sensible starter bike, it's the bike that makes you fall in love with riding. And to be fair, it's kind of the whole point. Or it will teach you maybe sports bikes aren't for you. And worst case scenario, you'll at least get some epic bike talk content for your feed. And the bros will all love you. Yo dude, let's just chill for a second. Enter the Suzuki Van. This bike is straight out of the 70s. We're talking retro styling, balloon tyres, a seat that looks like it was stolen from the set of Yellowstone. It's laid back, it's quirky, and it's the polar opposite of the Aprilla we were just looking at. Riding the Van is like putting on a pair of flip-flops. You're not in a rush, you're not racing anyone, you're just cruising. It's the kind of bike you ride to the beach with a surfboard strapped on the side, or to the cafe where immediately you get asked, "Dude, what is that thing, bro?" It doesn't scream for attention, but it gets it anyway.
Oh my god, what is that?
And the Van, it's surprisingly capable. Those balloon tyres, they actually can handle some sand and a little bit of off-roading. The engine, it's not powerful, but it's smooth and it's sweet. Not only does this puppy look retro, it's built retro. Air-cooled, analog dials, carved into 2017. It's a bike you can learn to work on.
It ain't got no gas in it.
Basically, this bike doesn't care about speed. It cares about the vibes. And honestly, that's kind of a refreshing change. Alright, number 4 is the Vespa Primavera 125. And look, I know what you're thinking. That's not a real bike, it's just a scooter for people who drink oat milk. Yes, I have owned two. Yes, I also spent 2 years drinking oat milk, but give me a break and a chance to explain. The Vespa is an icon. This thing's been around since the 60s, and it's still the poster child for cafe culture and European cool. And riding one doesn't feel like you're commuting. It feels like you're starring in your own indie film set in Rome. You're not going to Tesco's, you're off to sip espresso by a fountain and have an affair with an opera singer. And look, for a scooter, it's actually really good. It's super smooth and comfortable to ride, and you've got enough storage under your seat for your big weekly shop.
I love
Baked
baked
beans.
cold from the tin.
And my last Vespa I actually rode all the way from Brighton to John O'Groats. It was effortlessly comfortable and a joy to ride, and it even won the one tank challenge, where I did 205 miles on about 12 quid of fuel.
Yeah!
Plus, the Vespa has heritage. It is not just another budget scooter, it is the scooter. Audrey Hepburn was on one. The mods in the 60s rode them. Even today, it still has that timeless design that makes people smile. Sure, it's not the choice for wheelies and stunts, but if you want to glide through city traffic and feel like the main character of La Dolce Vita, this is the one for you. And if you're too macho to admit it's cool, that's your loss, amigo. Hey guys, I've got a quick ask. If you're enjoying this video, I would massively appreciate if you drop us a like and even a hype to this video. We're on a mission to get more people riding, and your support makes all that difference. So, hey, go crazy and subscribe too. Thank you so much. Back to the video. Okay, number 5, the Yamaha YBR Custom. Now, the regular YBR is the definition of a basic learner bike. It's the bike equivalent of a Sainsbury's meal deal. It gets the job done, it's cheap, it's reliable, but you're not going to write home about it. The Custom, though. Whoa, different story, my friend. Yamaha basically looked at the YBR and said, what if we make this boring little commuter dress up as a Harley? And that is what they did. You get a low-slung seat, wide handlebars, and just enough chrome to make you feel like you're starring in Sons of Anarchy.
Say cheese.
Except, you're not in California, you're on the A406 stuck behind a bus. But don't let that stop you, my friend. You're gonna fix on those tassels, lever up, and ride.
Yeehaw!
Okay, being serious for a moment. The YBR Custom is a great bike. It's comfortable, forgiving, super reliable. It's one of the cheapest ways to get that cruiser vibe on a CVT, even if it's just down to Greg's.
Vegan sausage rolls.
The YBR Custom is proof that not every 125 needs to scream and rev to be fun. Sometimes all you need is a bit of chrome and a comfy ride. Number 6 is the Bmw C1. The only scooter in the world that looks like it accidentally escaped from a Lego set. This one was definitely ahead of its time when they brought it to market 25 years ago. Yes, it has a roof. Yes, it has seatbelts. And yes, you will look like you're commuting inside a mobility scooter. To be fair, this was BMW's bold attempt at solving the biggest problem with riding bikes, getting absolutely soaked every time it rains. And in some markets, it was advertised that you wouldn't even need a helmet. And it kind of works. Buckle in, twist the throttle, and suddenly you're in your own little weatherproof bubble. Everyone is drenched at the traffic lights, and you're bone dry, feeling smug. On the road, it is still a scooter. Nimble, twist and go, quick off the line. But that added roof, it makes it feel like you're piloting a mini spaceship than riding a bike. Every journey feels like an amusing park ride, complete with the awkward seatbelt clip before you set off. Was it a sales hit? Absolutely not. It was too weird, too niche, too ahead of its time. But today, well, it's becoming a bit of a cult classic. If you pull up on a C1, you are not just another scooter rider. If you turn up to a bike meet in a Bmw C1, you're that guy. You're not taking things seriously, you're just having fun. And at the end of the day, isn't that what bikes is all about? And interestingly, BMW have just released an electric concept scooter which kind of looks just like the C1, so maybe its time has arrived. I should also note, I may have also just bought one. And we have some very exciting plans with a Euro trip coming up in a future video, so stay tuned for that. Number 7, the KTM Duke 125. The baby Duke, the gateway drug, the bike that screams, I am speed, but it also whispers, I have the same horsepower as a hairdryer. This thing is basically KTM taking their race bike DNA and shrinking it down for CBT riders. You get the sharp, angular styling, the bright orange paint, and even a proper TFT dash, which is kind of ridiculous because some big bikes still don't even give you that. It's one of the few 125s that actually feels premium. The suspension, the brakes, the handling, all of it is dialed in so well that even though you've only got 15 horses between those wheels, you'll swear you're Valentino Rossi every time you lean into a corner. Now, is it practical? Well, not massively. Insurance, it's not the cheapest. it drinks a bit more fuel than your basic commuter, and you probably spend more time cleaning it and the orange frame than actually riding it. The Duke is the kind of 125 that makes you forget you're on a learner bike. It feels like a proper machine, one that doesn't apologise for being small, but instead says, yeah, I'm small, but I'll absolutely embarrass you in the twisties. If you want a 125 that turns heads, handles like a dream, and makes every commute feel like a track day warm-up lap, well, this is the bike for you. And finally, number 8, the wild card. You didn't see this one coming. It's the Maeving RM1S. Now, if the word Maeving makes you think of a hipster coffee brand, well, you're not far off.
Does anybody want coffee?
Because this thing is basically an electric motorbike designed by people who drink flat whites in old railway arches. Retro cafe racer styling on the outside, silent torque monster on the inside. Twist the throttle and it shoots forward with that instant EV shove. No gears, no fuss, just clean acceleration. The real party trick? Swappable batteries, my friend. You pop that tank open, slide out the battery pack, and pop into McDonald's to give it a free charge. Range anxiety solved. Well, sort of. You'll still be plugging in more than you would with petrol, but at least you won't be queuing at the forecourt. And let's be honest, this bike turns heads.
First thing I do is I say, would you look at this?
But the point is, people notice. Unlike most electric bikes that look like science projects, the Maeving nails the aesthetics. The one I rode in our London race video, it was honestly a joy to ride. Compared to a regular bike, you stay so much cooler without the heat of an engine. And honestly, don't knock electric bikes until you've tried one. They're fun. Sure, it's pricey compared to regular 125s, but if you want to dip your toes into the future of motorcycling while still looking like you belong in the 60s, the RM1S is your answer. It's old school cool meets new school tech. So there you go, 8 125s that aren't just good starter bikes, but something you actually will remember. Your first bike should be special, something you actually get excited to ride, and not just some boring thing that you read about on the internet. Whether you want Italian race bike vibes, a roof scooter from another dimension, or just pure craziness on a Grom, there's a 125 out there that will make you fall in love with riding. Which one's your pick? Drop it in the comments, and if you've got a weirder 125 that we've missed, tell us, because we might do a part 2. And hey, if you haven't even done your CBT yet, that's literally what we do. Go to RideTo.com, get yourself booked in, and let's get you started on 2 wheels. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, anyone who says 125s are boring clearly has never ridden the right one.